Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some Bratz news to talk about from the official release and announcement of the new first ever Bratzaversary Collector Jade doll, more stock photos for Bratz Stylin collection, we have prices rising for Bratz dolls as well, new collaborations announced and more, so stay tuned, subscribe, and let's get into it. Starting off, yes, we're getting our first Bratzaversary Collector doll of Jade dropping on May 21st. Only on Bratz.com for $55 US. Now, she is only dropping on the Bratz website on May 21st, but after that, she will be readily available, I'm assuming, on Target and Amazon as well, as it is stated in the article and also in the descriptions. So she is not exclusive to the Bratz website, but she is, however, gonna drop first on the Bratz website, which, you know, is great. Not really, I mean, I think a lot of us have, PTSD from like the Mean Girls and Karol G drops, and it's just, there's still like bugs and glitches in the captcha, it's still an issue. But hopefully with this not being a limited or exclusive kind of ordeal, right, of a drop, this will be much easier for most people to get, and hopefully she won't sell out. Who am I kidding? Probably she will, but again, even if she does, don't worry, because she is also going to be, she's a mass-produced doll. She's dropping on Target and Amazon as well shortly after. There's just no official date. It's apparently like May 22nd, she's dropping on Target and soon after on Amazon, but basically she's gonna come out everywhere else soon after, so I would not worry about, having to get her tomorrow, or again, whenever you're watching this, May 21st, because, she is going to be more available, at least online, afterwards, of her Bratz website drop. Sorry. So hopefully it just goes well, even for those who are trying to get her early. The price is $55, right? So not too bad, but, 45 definitely sounded a lot better. 55, it's it's half of 100, right? With shipping, probably more. For international collectors, probably more. And speaking of, the Bratz website still does not ship to a lot of countries, like mine included. So, like for me, I'm not going to be able to even try to get her because, they don't ship to me. So, oopsies. You're like, well, what's the point? But yeah, hopefully, I think they are still adding more countries to, that they're able to ship to, so good, great. Hopefully they're gonna also fix the captcha and the bots issues, although I don't know, again, hopefully the bots are not a huge issue this time around, because this is not a like a Mean Girls collaboration or Karol G. Like, this is not based on an IP. This is just an original character for Bratz. So, hopefully it goes better. But let's see, Jade here, speaking of, she looks great. She's wearing this, pleather dress with like the lace-up detail on the train in the back. And then we also have a lace-up detail on her, corset, the top. And then she has these bleach blonde braids, like 5 in total, I believe, or more. They're super thick. She has a swirl bang in the front. Her screening is gorgeous. I love it. And I also love her veil. It's such a nice touch. And her chunky platform heels, like, are you kidding me? Those look just absolutely amazing. The detail of the actual real lace-up detail on the tip, and then also on the actual calf going up to her knee, that is really amazing. I'm assuming they attached that detail with some I don't know, glue to keep the ribbon in place, because otherwise it would kind of fall down. But I think they've done that before in the past with, Bratz releases where they have attached some real-life fabric or ribbon to the actual leg of the doll so it wouldn't budge, which I think is good, because especially for a collector doll like this, for, that most people will not even unbox because she looks so great in box already, I think it's good to keep those details, like the ribbon in place attached to the leg. I mean, why would you want to remove those amazing looking platform heels? I would never remove those. Those look amazing. And I do think it helps to kind of elongate the body of the, Bratz proportions in general. Now we also have some real life pictures actually shared by Look and Bratz, amazing. Thank you for sharing, Dom. And his review is already up on his channel. And it looks, I saw it and it's amazing. She looks great in person. I can't wait to get her myself. And I think she looks just as great as she does in the stock photos, amazingly enough. I hope there's no wonk. I hope with her being a collector release, she's not going to have as many defects or any issues, right? So I think the packaging, like I mentioned, is great for inbox, you know, collecting as well, because it is see-through, like there's a 360 view all around her. I think that's great. The artwork is gorgeous. There's a handle on top as well. And I think she has just the packaging, the design, the doll, the face grading, the hair, all of it looks amazing. The only thing perhaps is that they could have maybe added a purse, you know, just a little purse. I would have even taken like a plastic purse, or maybe they could have also given her some bracelets or like a necklace, or, you know, like just a little bit of more jewelry would have been like, you know, I would not have minded, although we do see that she has a like little you know, ear piercing, which is really cute, but still, you know, like a little necklace, a choker, right? I feel like that would have really been cutesy, especially if the choker would have been like the same color like the dress, right? Like that would have been really adorable. Or maybe could have been like a little ribbon choker moment to match the ribbon on her shoes, right? That would have been adorable. Or maybe also some cuffs to match the dress, you know, just like some ideas here. But I think she could have used some bracelets or some arm warmers, perhaps some sleeves. I think some sleeves would have been really cute, some fishnet sleeves even. Yeah, but I think overall, as is, she is adorable, she's amazing, she's giving goddess vibes. I'm gonna get her for sure when she drops on Amazon, even if she's like 70 euros or whatever. I'm gonna get her just because she is so stunning. I hope she releases soon on Amazon, because it's definitely gonna be a little bit frustrating seeing everyone else get her and me, you know, because they don't ship to me. I don't have a choice but to wait. But hopefully we do get some more pictures of her in real life, because I am curious about, again, the wonkiness and the quality control. I do hope that she has no issues whatsoever, because she is so perfect already. I hope that there's just there's no issues when people do end up receiving her, you know. Yeah, so I would say happy hunting, happy collecting if you're trying for May 21st. I hope you get her, and if you did, let me know in the comments, like if you got her, if it was successful, if it was a horrible drop or not. I want to know all the tea, because you know, these Bratz website drops have been, you know, quite a roller coaster for better or worse. So let's hope this one goes better. Look, and Bratz also shared some details on the upcoming Scorchin dolls, which he apparently already received but cannot share pictures until the end of the month. He shared details like they are all 4 dolls are going to be wearing tube tops underneath their jackets, and they are going to be having the UV head molds. So not the original, the UV head molds, which I think for sure a lot of people will be, you know, a lot of people will not be pleased about them choosing to use the UV head molds for this collection, because apparently it's just much more bigger and enlarged and cartoony looking. For me, I don't really see the difference too much, but I totally get why some people just don't like it and prefer the original head mold. So let's see. I hope with some more real life pictures we're able to get some more insight into what these dolls will actually look like in person, because so far obviously we just have stock photos and they look amazing. But yeah, hopefully they just look good in person as well, because I do think design-wise, like, they're really strong. Moving on, it seems that prices are rising for Bratz dolls, impacting the Always Bratz collection, going from $24.99 to basically $30 US. The new Bratz Babies collection, what did it call? The Bratz Babies runways, from $12.99 to $15.99, and then the recently released Going Out dolls are going from $19.99 to $24.99. So basically, there's about a $5 increase for all of these collections released. Always Bratz has been out the longest, so I think most people will have those dolls, you know, by now. But the, you know, Runways Babies and then the Going Out dolls, those are 2 very recent drops, and I think a lot of people who waited to get those until now, unfortunately, you know, they're going to be met with the higher price range, which really sucks, because, you know, $19 for Going Out, a great price, but now $24.99, basically $25. You're probably going to be thinking like, well, not so much worth it anymore. A lot of people do get these dolls on sale, on clearance. They get these in hauls and bunches when they're on sale and stuff, you know, especially also Bratz babies, you know, $12, you know, cute. They have a phone, they have cute fashion, you know, clothing, and but now almost $16. Are you gonna pay it up for a Bratz baby? Like, yeah. And then always Bratz, you know, again, older collection, but most people will have those already. But it's still like always Bratz went from 24 to $30, which I mean for the record, by the way, these prices are not abnormal for international collectors. You know, we are very used to inflated prices here overseas. So to us, like 25, like I actually did probably spend about these prices for all those dolls, you know, at the start. So to me, these prices are not a lot, but to a lot of people who are used to a certain price range, and especially in these times, economically, it's just, you know, not amazing. These price ranges going up higher are definitely going to have some consequences and are definitely going to impact the habits of doll collecting purchases for a lot of collectors. So I want to hear from you. How are these raises in prices how are these increases gonna impact you and how you buy, especially Bratz dolls? If you were waiting for going out to buy those dolls, are you going to buy them now, even if they're more expensive? Or are you going to just wait to get these on sale eventually? Now let's get into the Bratz Stylin dolls, as we do have more stock footage of all 4 girls, starting off here with Chloe. Yes, so Chloe definitely is giving me Baby Spice vibes. The little half-up pigtails, the pink rubber bands, the face screening obviously is just giving nostalgia vibes with the little stars in the eyes. The makeup is very, you know, simple, but it's still like kind of pastel hues. Love that the shirt matches the shirt you actually get. Obviously, hers is also tied up in the front, which is really cute, and it's kind of cropped. And then we also have her bottom pieces, which are made up of these, you know, wide-legged pants in navy blue. And then we also have this little overskirt piece, which I am very confident is a separate from the actual pants. If they are together, I would be shocked, especially for the price point of like $30. But yeah, no, I think the mini skirt piece is definitely separate, and I'm very curious as to how the mini skirt looks on her without the pants on, because I think you can definitely like mix and match combinations here. Yeah, the actual real life chain on the skirt is a nice touch. The pink angel wing print on the skirt, also love. The shoes, pink heels, love. Her sunglasses, her brush, her pink, all her purse, her brush, yeah, they're all pink. And I love that. Obviously, you know, Chloe and pink always go well together. What do you think? I think she's definitely one of the strongest Then ones. We have Yasmin, and I have to say, the more I look at her, the more I like her design, the more I appreciate her design and her pieces. I do think her individual pieces are really strong separately. It's just when they all come together, it seems that's when most people kind of have mixed opinions on her. I do like the coat with the like gingham checkered pattern, right? And then we also have the embroidered actual like purple lace-up detail on the sleeves. That is really nice. The collar as well. The shirt underneath obviously matches the shirt you get, although we can't really get a good sense of what the shirt style is on her underneath the jacket. Like, I do wonder if it's just a simple tank top or if it's also cropped like Chloe's. Maybe she looks better without the jacket on. I am very curious. But then also the maxi skirt, I think that's a very nice addition, especially because, you know, I feel like nowadays we don't really get a lot of maxi skirts on fashion dolls. So I'm always very pleasantly surprised when we when we do get a maxi skirt on like a Bratz dolls or a Barbie, whatever, because it does look really nice on her. The beige color as well, the frills on the front, it's just a nice detail. And then we have her shoes, which definitely like very geeky, chic librarian vibes, but I love it. They're platform heels, and the detail, the painted detail. I love the purple accessories as well, the sunglasses, the purse, her little ribbon tied in the head, like as a headband on her hairstyle. Her hair color is more reddish, which is also really nice. The face screening is really adorable. I think overall she is just really cute, but I don't know why. Yeah, maybe it's just a combination of all these pieces together that just does not quite sell it for me, but I do think she's a grower for sure. Like, I think she's very cute. And next we have Sasha, and you know, she's also very similar to Yasmin. I think she's also a grower because once again, her separate pieces here, which I do hope that the black t-shirt underneath, or like gray t-shirt underneath, the jersey little overshirt, and then the skirt are all separate pieces. I'm praying they are all separate pieces, because if they're not separate, then that would really suck, and then you can't really mix and match this outfit. But if they are separate, which I do think they are, because then I would match the piece count for all 4 dolls, then I do think it's more worth buying her, because then you are able to mix and match and, you know, take off the jersey or take off the gray shirt t-shirt underneath. The skirt, the mini skirt as it is, I do think looks really cute. So I think maybe it's just like the styling of her doll that maybe doesn't fit me, but I do think she's really casual chic. The blue accents on her accessories are really nicely done. The shoes, the purse, the sunglasses. Although I think for some of these, like maybe some jewelry would have been better than some sunglasses, like maybe some bracelets or some earrings could have really helped out some of these designs instead of sunglasses. I'm not sure why, but recently with going out to always Bratz and Scorchin and now Stylin, you know, like all of these collections always have a emphasis on sunglasses over any other jewelry most of the time, except for always Bratz, like you know, going out sunglasses, right? Scorchin sunglasses, like no other jewelry. It's a pattern, and I feel like sometimes it should be better to give them jewelry like earrings or bracelets instead of sunglasses. But yeah, Sasha, I love her green eyes. I love the hair. The blue again pops on her really vibrantly. I'm just not a huge fan of her overall put together outfit, but again, separately, I think very strong. And lastly, I think we can all agree in unison here that Jade is probably the best one, tied maybe with Chloe of the entire collection here. I don't know, something about the contradicting patterns, all the clashing looking colors, it just works for her. It just screams Jade. I love the little tied around a belt looking bandana, a pink bandana obviously around her waist, the red shirt that matches the red shirt you get in real life. Then we also have the long sleeve like cheetah leopard pattern shirt underneath. We have the mini skirt. It seems like a lot, but it works. I don't know why, it works on her. The patterns, the colors, it doesn't clash in a bad way, weirdly enough. It works perfectly. And then also the combination of those like eclectic looking patterns and colors with the chic, smart looking glasses, I think is such a nice like combination. Like it kind of like weighs each other out like in aesthetics, like cause it like, oh yeah, like I'm chic, glasses, but then also look at these patterns and colors, like it just works for Jade. And then a high ponytail, and we also have the blonde streaks, like are you kidding me? And I do have to say also her lip color being red, but not too red. It's more of like a peachy red. It's like a light red, if you will, right? It's like a strawberry red. I love that differentiation, especially because recently Jade has been getting a lot of red lips after lips colors, right? It's always red on her, but here it's a different enough hue, like it's a light red. It's very cute. Her boots, simple but work. The purse, the spiky details, I don't know, she is just the best. I think she is definitely the best. She's giving Michelle Visage vibes, Bayonetta. She is just very strong, I think. It's so weird because my first impression of this collection overall was that it's very messy, incoherent, and just kind of like a random feeling with all these pieces and patterns and colors clashing. But more and more I look at all 4, especially Jade and Chloe, they are just really strong. The theme of like the real life t-shirt for you, matching the t-shirt that all the girls wear, also being different in style and like different like sizing, and like it's also just aesthetically different because you're supposed to DIY it yourself. I think it's genius. I think it just creates a new activity even for adult collectors, which we really don't have enough of nowadays. I think it's just a really nice touch, and the designs and the mix and match ability of these pieces, and the design, like the actual face greetings of the faces of the faces as well, and the hairstyling and the shoes and the packaging. It all feels nostalgic and just so complete, and weirdly enough, like it's really strong. I think even better than Scorchin, because Scorchin is very, you know, coherent and cohesive and just very much of the same vibe for every doll, but just different colors. Here it's like you get a specific aesthetic and feeling for each character, but it's different enough and same enough as that they look good together in a group shot, but they're also individual, right? So, you know what I mean? So it's like they have their individual taste, you can tell, but they also look good together in a group shot, as we can see right here. So I think overall, as a collection, this is like on par for me as to going out and always Bratz. Like this Stylin collection to me is like really strong. We have some updates on collaborations here for Bratz and the Sanrio collaboration. Seeing Mount wrote on Twitter confirming that this collaboration is definitely happening and not a lie, but it might take a while, I guess, for them to leak, or they might just release like really later, much later this year. But the collaboration is, as they mentioned, not a lie. It is very much true, and I'm very much hoping that is the case and that we get some pictures soon. But I guess from the implication with this message is that, you know, we should not hold out for any leaks soon, but they are coming. They are coming for sure. And also, speaking of coming, the Powerpuff Girls X OMG dolls are also coming very soon. Just maybe, I guess, not soon enough, like for leaks. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but you know, both these collaborations are legit. It's just, yeah, I guess we're gonna have to wait until we see them. And lastly, speaking of collaborations, they also confirmed that we are now getting a official Bratz collector doll in collaboration with the brand called Gentle Monster. The only information we know so far is that it will be priced at $40 US. So very likely not a limited drop like with Mean Girls or Carol G. Probably going to be a very similar scale production as to the Bratzaversary JADE collector doll or Cult Gaia collaboration dolls, Moa, Lola, all those collector dolls that we've received in the past. Probably a very similar release as, you know, to those. What do we know about Gentle Monster? I was not familiar with this brand before, but in fact, Bratz has shared a post, you know, kind of inspired by Gentle Monster's brand in the past, last year in February. So they do have a history of some sorts. They actually wrote in a caption like, hey, hit us up, Gentle Monster, and make this collaboration a reality. And I guess here we are a year later, and this is actually happening. We're getting an actual collaboration with Gentle Monster and Bratz for a doll, yeah, to create a doll together. So let's see what the actual design is. But yeah, the pricing sounds reasonable enough. But that was all of the Bratz news we had for today. What do you think? What are you most excited for? Are you trying for the Bratzaversary JADE collector doll or not? Let me know down below, and I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please consider becoming a channel member today. Join link is down below in the description box. Only if you're able to, of course, no pressure. And of course, so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.